shelling peas here, and is there anything else that you planted? Because you planted peas over there already, right? Sweet peas.
Yeah, those are like snap peas.
Snap peas over here.
Snap peas. These are called tall telephone shelling peas.
Last year when we did this, we came through and we used these T-post hangers. I went around with pliers and wrapped this all the way around several times to make sure nothing went anywhere. But then it took me twice as long as at the end of the season to take everything apart. So this year I'm using the same T-post clips. Instead of wrapping this around, I'm just hooking it, sliding the screwdriver through here, making one pass underneath like that. And then at the end of the year, I can just come back, bend this tab out, and then it comes apart really quickly, and then just bend this little tag right here in a little bit so nobody snags on it. Last year we used hog clips to mend the two panels together, and this year we're using zip ties. Given the cost of the zip ties and how long it took me to take all the hog panel clips off last year, we decided to make the switch because the whole point of these cattle panels is to be able to move them around from year to year, so these zip ties should work much better for us.
In this row, I've planted some broccoli and some Calabrese Italian sprouting broccoli, and then at the end I planted some beets. So I want to take a minute and explain my method here. So I direct sow everything. When we lived in the Northeast, I used to start everything in trays, inside, under lights, and then struggled immensely with trying to acclimate them to the outdoors. I have found that if you direct sow everything in the ground, it not only grows faster, but healthier and stronger too. And I've had better harvests off everything that I've direct sowed. So how I do that is I use these plastic bottles or any plastic dome as a cloche, and it creates a little mini greenhouse effect in there. So even if the weather isn't permitting or the calendar says it's not time to plant them outside, I've gotten away with doing it much earlier. Now granted, we are in the South now, so it does warm up a lot faster, but I've actually been able to start things at least 2 or 3 weeks before it was actually time to start it in the ground in my zone. These cloches have worked great for us to create that warm, moist environment. They actually warm up the soil too. So I encourage you to give that a try if that's something that you struggle with. But for now, I'm gonna have to start getting this other row ready to plant some potatoes.
All right guys, so that's it for spring planting. Now it's going to be a couple more weeks before we go ahead and plant our warm weather crops, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. Now for the broccoli, which is just sprouted, we went through today and actually put a row cover on that row because last year, if you recall from some of our older videos, we really battled hard last year with pest pressure on the broccoli especially, and the potatoes. We had a lot of issues with flea beetles and some other pests attacking those crops while they were really young and really juicy. So we went through, we made basically like a ladder frame out of 1/2-inch PVC. It's 5 feet wide by 36 feet long, which is the row length. Then we simply bent that frame right over the row and staked it in the ground. Then we went over it with some row cover that we purchased off of Amazon and buttoned that all up. So the broccoli is all taken care of for now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put a row cover on the potatoes a little bit later off camera because we're a couple fittings short. But really hope you enjoyed this video. It's gonna be a couple more weeks before we do any more planting. In the meantime, I'm just gonna sit back and relax and enjoy the spring weather. We'll see you next time.